guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by if you're new, and welcome back if you're already subscribed. My name's Crystal and today we're going to go through daily journaling and why you need to start doing it today. Before we get into the video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of makeup and manifestation videos on my channel. I upload every Tuesday and every Saturday, and on a Thursday if I feel like popping out a bonus video, which I have been doing regularly lately. So do not forget to subscribe if you like that kind of content. Also, do not forget to go and check me out over on Instagram as well. I'll have my handles on the screen for you guys to go and check me out over there. And without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. So you probably clicked on this video because you're starting your spirituality journey. You've heard of gratitude journaling, you've heard of scripting, and you've heard of the law of attraction. So daily journaling is kind of something that you become aware of in your early years. So you kind of hear about it on TV and stuff like that, where people are talking about their day, like who I've got a crush on and how my day went, and all your like little kid goals and stuff like that that you want to achieve, like being the best at netball or saving money or getting your driver's license for the first time. So daily journaling has kind of come full circle. It's now something that's not necessarily looked at as a kid's thing. It's more of an adult's way of releasing stress. So I do daily journaling every single day, and I started doing it because I did a lot of research on how to deal with stress. I find that I can be quite stressed about the future. So that's actually what creates stress, is thinking about the future. I find that journaling helps you to shift your mindset from thinking necessarily about the future to the current, and that's what gratitude journaling does as well. So journaling can be anything that you want it to be. So for me, I will be quite open. I have issues every now and then with binge eating, which is directly related to my stress responses. So when I'm highly stressed, I will just have like 3 stomachs. I can just eat so much food. I find it a way of distracting my mind, and because I'm thinking about processing the food rather than the problems that are in front of me, which might not even necessarily be there. They're just things that I've made up in my head because stress is thinking about issues of the future rather than thinking about the present. That is actually what my coping mechanism would be. So I use journaling to help myself manage that issue and manage my stress. Now, binge eating is something that a lot of people go through in stressful situations. It's not unheard of, and it can also happen in the other way around. People can stop eating when they're stressed. So I find that daily journaling helps me keep myself in check and also checking in with myself. So every single day I write in this book. I just got this like cheap from Kmart. It was like $2, nothing really expensive. Plain pages, and then I can do whatever I want with it. I can draw in it, I can literally write in it, I can write for as long as I want to. There's no lines or limits or dates or anything on it, so like heaps of writing in there. I'm not going to show you what's in there just because it's personal, but it's a space where I can be my true authentic self, where it's safe, where I can put it away and nobody has to see it. I can say things to myself that I need to hear, and by writing it down, I'm checking in with my mind and with my body to ensure that I'm okay. Now, with the situation that's going on around the world right now, no one is okay right now. There is literally no one that hasn't been impacted by the situation at hand. Every single country, every single state, every single township, every single household has felt the impacts of what's going on some level, and it is causing some stress to literally everyone of pretty much any age. Even little children know what's going on. So this is a really great way to help you offload those feelings, especially as an adult. Sometimes you can feel that you can't express your true feelings of stress and uneasiness because you're the adult of the household. You must be strong always for everybody else, particularly men. They tend to think that they must always show strength in order to be deemed as manly. Now, if you don't want to necessarily have those discussions verbally and talk about your true feelings, you can write them down. So by writing them down, you are releasing them from your mindset, and you are letting go. So surrendering that level of stress that's hanging over you like a grey cloud, onto the paper is a way just to get it out of your system. Now you can decide what you want to do with what you write on the paper. You could rip the page out and you could burn it. You could keep it to reflect on. You can do whatever you want with it. Now, daily journaling helps you to not only release that stress, but it also helps you to verify where you are in life and bring you, like I said earlier, to the present time, because you're talking about things that have happened that day. You're living in the now. So I like I said, I like to talk about my stresses and coping with my binge eating and how I went that day. So it's actually really, really great to look back on how far you've come over the period of time. Now, I've only been doing journaling since the beginning of August, and I can without a doubt say that I've seen such a difference. I'm sleeping better, I'm eating better, I'm more motivated to achieve. I feel like I can focus better at work, because I know that if I'm having troubles, or say for example there's a conflict or something at work, I can write about it and then it's done. And once it's done, once it's out there, it's not something to worry about. Now, there's a book that I'm going to talk to you guys about in one of my future videos. It's called The Power of Now, and it discusses the issues of creating problems for yourself and the fact that there isn't any problems that are in the present moment. The only problems that you've made up in the future. So when you're journaling, if you are talking about the present day, there shouldn't be too many necessarily problems that come up, especially if you look at it from a positive mindset. So by journaling, it's kind of like hitting the reset. So I always journal at around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No matter what I'm doing, I will take a 5-minute break. I will sit down, I will burn my candle, because I have a woodwick candle on my vanity, and I just reflect on my day. I get everything that I have to off my chest. I literally release that negative energy into my journal, and it takes that from me. And then I can reset my day, and I can look at the rest of my being for the day in a positive mindset where I can be fresh. It's almost like you've woken up again. So you have to truly feel yourself letting go of this negative energy that you're holding onto and putting that down onto the paper. Write whatever you want. It can be as crude as you want. It can be as like self-sabotaging as you want. Like literally get it out. Like get it out of your system. Push it out there, because usually all these negative thoughts and stuff are coming from your ego. It's not actually you. So your ego is controlling these negative thoughts. So I know that, for example, with me, whenever I eat something bad, my ego will just grab onto that and it will just hammer me for it. It will say things like, you're so fat, why did you do that, you have no self-control, you have no resistance, like why are you even trying to maintain a good physique, like why do you even care about your fitness and your health, because you're just going to eat bad food anyway, you are your own problem. That is literally the self-sabotaging thoughts that my ego will go through. Now my super ego isn't fast enough to stop my ego and say, hey, you can have a treat every now and then, as long as you're eating an 80-20 diet where you're eating at least 80% healthy, you're training most days of the week, doing stuff that you like, running or circuit training or weights or whatever works for you. You can do that and then you can have a treat. But my super ego isn't strong enough for that right now. So what I like to do is when I'm having those thoughts, I literally write down everything. This journal is basically me beating myself up. But once it's out and once it's in the journal, that's it. I do not let myself think about it anymore. It's done. I release that energy into the journal and then it's gone. So this has helped me sleep better at night. So by getting this out, I literally feel like my serotonin and dopamine levels rise, because I've let go of what is literally pummeling me into the ground. So journaling really helps you release things that are short term. It's not really necessarily a long term thing. Like if you've got a debt that you're desperate to pay off and that's something that's going to take you 10 years or so to pay off, journaling isn't going to relinquish that financial stress for you over the period of time. You still have to pay those debts. You still have to address those things, but it can help you reset your mind so that you can be more focused. So I know different people respond to stress differently, and some people might go and buy stuff. For example, let's say makeup. People might go out and spend $400, $500 on makeup to make themselves feel better, or I don't know, put a band-aid on that feeling of being stressed, because treat yourself sort of mentality. This isn't going to fix that straight away, but it can help cool yourself out on those feelings prior to you making that action. So you could be writing stuff down. So let's just kind of take a back step. If you are starting to feel these triggering feelings, because you know when it's going to happen, you know that you're going into a fuzzy mindset where you might do something that you will think down the track is a really bad move, write it down. Get your journal out and write down how you're feeling and what you want to do. If you want to go out and spend $500 on makeup and you're starting to get that like urgency to buy it and get that coming on the way in the mail, write it down, think about what you're doing, reflect and go, do I really need this, or is this just my ego trying to control me? Because once you've made that purchase, then you will probably start beating yourself up about the fact that you've spent money that you shouldn't have spent. Like that should have gone to your bills, or that could have gone to savings, or that could have gone into investments. Like it is literally your ego's way of controlling you. Now you are able to keep your ego in check and reflect on your ego if you are in a position to see what you're doing. Like disassociate yourself from your mind and your body, see what's happening and then address it. So when you start to have those feelings, grab your journal, write everything down. Like I said, no matter how crude, no matter how nasty, no matter how bad you're beating yourself up, write it down, put down your journal, walk away for 5 minutes, go and get yourself a cup of tea or some water, or I don't know, a solo, whatnot, and then come back and read what you wrote. Now, what you've written, do you want to be spoken to like that by anyone else in your life? And if the answer is no, then you already have disassociated yourself with your ego. You need to understand that what was written was not you, it was your ego trying to control you. So when you read that and then you see like, oh my God, I want to buy that makeup. Oh my God, I need to buy that makeup. When you're reading that and you can see that it's not actually you, it's your ego that's telling you to buy that makeup or to eat that food or whatnot, it's easier for you to go, wait, I'm not living my life anymore. My ego is living my life. I'm not truly existing. I'm just merely here. So journaling has really good benefits in the sense that it's great for self-observation. It's really good to understand your stress levels and your responses to those stress levels and how you can manage those. And then in turn, it can help you sleep better. Now, being that it is a safe, secure environment to do whatever you want with it, it's your page, it's your paper. No one else can tell you what to write. But if you do this the right way, you can literally change your life. So I definitely recommend just giving it a go. Try it for a week and see how you feel at the end of the week. And then if you do love it, continue to do it for longer. That's what I did. I started doing it in July for about a week and I loved it. I could see so many patterns of behavior that I couldn't see before that I wanted to work on. I'd always say things like, I want to be a happier person. I want to be a more approachable person. I want to make people around me feel good. But then when I realized that I was actually creating so much negativity within myself and emanating that into my world, it was literally projecting onto other people and making them feel negative and not happy and stuff like that. And I get that we are in trying times, that is impacting that around the world. Like trying to remain positive and stuff is a little bit trickier in these times, but it is something that you can control. So practicing gratitude journaling, scripting, and daily journaling is definitely important to achieve those things. But I think that out of all three, the easiest one to do today that can really impact your life is daily journaling. So that's everything for my daily journaling video and why you need to start doing it today. It's literally life-changing. You can really keep yourself accountable and change the person you are at the beginning of journaling versus continuing through journaling. So just try it for 1 week and see how you feel. Let me know how you go in the comments below. I would definitely love to see what your journey is like and maybe talk about how we've developed and grown as people together. So do not forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. I would love to have your support along this journey. It's been fantastic so far and I've been loving seeing my little channel grow. And do not forget to give this video a thumbs up as well. It helps me out so much, you have no idea. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks guys. Bye.